Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with a new video, and this is going to be discussing Real Madrid's players who are safe, need to prove something, and who are just a lost cause. They're basically just going to be performing for a new team, and I'm going to break it down into three videos. First, it's going to be goalkeepers and defense. This is going to be one video. Then it's going to be midfielders. Then it's going to be strikers. So this is going to be a mini series of Real Madrid. I'm doing these videos ahead of the preseason. Obviously, if things will change with the preseason coming up, with training sessions coming up. Florentino Perez and the board telling Ancelotti, look, we like these guys, but we gotta let them go. So here are my players who are safe, need to prove themselves, or just completely gone. So, and this will another one more side note before I get into it, is that young players from the youth system do not count for like Miguel Gutierrez and all those, because I think those guys will be going out on loan anyway. Miguel Gutierrez, and Antonio Blanco, all those defensive guys will not count because they still need some development. I don't think that they will actually start. I think that they will be bench guys. So I'm going to be talking about the main guys, the main roster. But if you guys want me to talk to youngsters and where they rank, let me know in the comments down below. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So obviously from goalkeepers, Thibaut Courtois and Andre Lunin. Courtois is obviously going to be a starter. He stays automatically. Lunin, so Andre Lunin, in my opinion, because I think it's Diego Altub went out on loan, so Andre Lunin, they have to keep an extra goalkeeper, just in case, something were to happen to Thibaut Courtois, even though Courtois has been Real Madrid's Iron Man even throughout the pandemic. He did not, miss a game due to pandemic, funny enough. He has not contracted the virus at all since the pandemic or since the coronavirus has been a thing. So I give him the start. He stays automatically. Lunin, he is safe due to being Courtois' backup. So let's move on to the defenders. Dani Carvajal is first. Carvajal stays. The only way that I see him going or being forced out is that Florentino Perez is fed up with him. He's been injured this past season, so he, in my opinion, will stay, but needs to prove that he can stay healthy. Because if he's not, he will lose his spot to other players. Maybe the way that Ancelotti has plans for this defense, the way that he has plans, and I'll get into those here soon as well. Next player is Militao. I give him needs to prove something in the preseason and in the training sessions, or maybe even at the beginning of the season, because you got to remember La Liga starts in mid-August. So if he flops, if he's the Militao of the earlier in the season, because remember, Militao got better and better as the season went on. So if he, shows that he is bad yet again under Ancelotti, like he was at the beginning of the season, because he was not that good at the beginning of the season, then I obviously think that Florentino Perez and the board is going to be like, okay, telling their sporting director, all right, Militao is another guy that needs to go. We got to make profit out of him. So he needs to prove something in the beginning parts in the preseason and in the beginning parts of the season. Next up is Nacho. He stays. He was Real Madrid. After Sergio Ramos went down, everyone was panicking. Oh my God, what is Real Madrid going to do without Sergio Ramos? When he went down with injury last year. But Nacho surprised and shut everyone up. Shut up all the critics. He slipped into that spot and played very well next to Varane. He played very well next to Eder Militao. So he stays. He got a contract renewal for 2 years. I think he stays here. Next up is Marcelo, Real Madrid's new captain after Sergio Ramos leaves. He stays for one reason only. He flourished under the Ancelotti regime last time. He got the best out of him. Yes, he's a bit older now, and he has not been the same Marcelo, but I honestly do think that he stays just for the sole reason that he is Ancelotti's main boy. Because if it was, I think that, the rumor was saying that Marcelo was going to leave anyway if Zidane was going to stay. But since Zidane is no longer here, and Ancelotti's here, I think that Marcelo stays unless, he stinks it up. And again, Florentino Perez forces him out. Next up is Odriozola. This guy also needs to prove something. He needs to prove something right here. He's not safe just yet. There is rumors that he's on the transfer block, but he is a young guy. Didn't get the nod earlier in the season. You got to remember when Dani Carvajal went down with injury. Lucas Vázquez played in that position aside, instead of Odriozola, and then Odriozola, like Eder Militao, in the beginning stages of the season, and in the when he was given chances, he kind of was not playing all that great. But as the season went on, he got better and better. Not as good as Eder Militao was, but still. I think that he raised the stock just enough to, be in the conversation of staying at Real Madrid. But like I said, I think he has something to prove before, he gets the full nod saying you're staying. So next up, Ferland Mendy. This one is a tough one to call because there is rumors that he could be moving to the center back position if Alaba doesn't want to play center back. There is also rumors that he could be in the transfer windows if Florentino Perez wants to make profit. But I think obviously I think he stays. I think he stays this season. If he's gonna stay next season, who knows? But let's see what happens. I think he stays. He was before he got hurt in the later stages of the season. He played phenomenally. Right after Thibaut Courtois, he did not miss a game at all. But that was before he got injured. And he is actually not back. He's actually gonna miss the preseason. So that does not bode well for Ferland Mendy at all. Because, he needs to raise his stock, especially if Florentino Perez and, whoever else is saying that he needs to go. And then, of course, we have David Alaba. He's staying. There's no way, unless he is your defensive guy, unless he is the next Eden Hazard and he stinks it up, I think he stays. You do not offer him a 5-year deal, 12 million euros per year or something. It's 12 million euros or something like that per year if he's, not going to stay long term. So obviously, enough said there, he stays. And then Jesus Vallejo, he's coming off of loan. I need to watch film on him before I need to grade him because obviously he was on loan and, he was playing for Granada team. I honestly think, that's a Ancelotti and a board decision. To be honest, I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with him in the preseason. I think he's in the prove it. He needs to prove it stage, but I would not be surprised if he goes either back on loan or gets sold. So. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that players that I mentioned who are safe that need to that are on the fence of proving themselves, or do they need to go, or the players that I say that, gotta go, need to raise their stock, that I'm, fooling myself. Maybe they should, I should raise their stock a bit. Let me know in the comments down below. But next videos up will be, of course, talking about midfielders. Obviously, I'm going to have fun with that one because midfielders are crowded and the strikers are crowded. So let me know what you guys think. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Until then, keep it real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thank you for supporting Real Talk with Oscar, Josue, and Montiel. For more European soccer content or American football content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on post notifications so that way you don't miss any more of my videos.